Again, I'm Michael O'Leary. It's a pleasure seeing you all here for the State of the City address. The last time we had this in person was in 2019. I think the last time we had it was virtual. Now the first one with Mayor Adams in 2020. So it's good to be back in person and do more events in person. Certainly good to have another State of the City in person. I'd like to, I don't have all the names, so I would like to acknowledge, surely the mayor's going to be speaking, but our elected officials. I know I see a handful here, but if you could stand to be recognized for the elected officials that we have in the room. So I'm going to introduce Mayor Adams, and after my voice, it'll be the next one that you hear. And then our Vice President, Wanda Rogers, will come on after for Q&A. Timothy J. Adams is an accomplished community leader with more than 30 years of experience in business, government, and philanthropy. On November 18, 2019, Mayor Adams was sworn in to a 4-year term as mayor of the city of Bowie. He's the first African American to be elected into this role in the city's 138-year history. In 1989, Mayor Adams founded and currently serves as president and CEO of Systems, Application, and Technologies, Inc., also known as SATEC. SATEC is headquartered in Prince George's County, Maryland, and is a premier technology and technical support company that provides services across the globe to clients in the air, land, and naval forces of the Department of Defense. Mayor Adams holds a Bachelor of Science degree from Xavier University and a Master of Business Administration from the University of New Orleans. He's also an HBCU grad. He has a Doctorate of Business from Bowie State University. He's a lifetime member of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. Yes. And is also a strong proponent of issues affecting persons with disabilities. Mayor Adams personally understands the transformative impact a quality education can have in someone's life and actively supports students on their educational journeys. He's a former chairperson and member of the Bowie State University Foundation, which provides scholarships to deserving students. Mayor Adams is deeply committed to supporting the men and women in our nation's armed forces, particularly those serving at Joint Base Andrews Naval Air Facility. He provided key support for the renovation of the Maryland Room, a reception and relaxation facility at Joint Base Andrews Malcolm Grove Medical Center. Due to his wealth of knowledge and leadership experience, Mayor Adams is often sought to serve on the boards of a variety of prestigious community organizations and causes that enrich the lives of people in our community. He's a member of a number of organizations, including the United University System of Maryland Foundation, Luminous Health, Metropolitan Washington Council of Governments, African American Mayors Association, Bowie State College of Business, Prince George's Community College Foundation, Maryland Chamber Foundation, 100 Men of Prince George's County, Inc., Greater Prince George's Business Roundtable, and to me the most important is the Greater Bowie Chamber of Commerce. So of all the blessings in his life, none is more cherished to Mayor Adams and his family, particularly his beloved wife, the Honorable Sheila R. Tilson. So with that, Mayor Adams, please welcome Mayor Adams.
Please bear with me as I try to get the logistics straight on how we'll do this. Thank you very much. Well, I'll start off again with a welcome and good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You know, I'm honored to be with you here today to deliver this report on the state of the city of Bowie in 2023. Thank you to the Greater Bowie Chamber of Commerce for hosting this event, and to you, our business leaders, for taking time out of your busy day to be here. As the Chamber prepares to celebrate and commemorate its 40th anniversary, I want to congratulate the board and members for their dedication to promoting and fostering Bowie's thriving business community. Thank you for the many ways you supported each other during the challenging days of the pandemic. You turned difficult times into an opportunity to shine. One of the things I like best about doing the State of the City is the opportunity it provides to reflect on the year that has passed and to give thanks to the many people that have helped us and supported us along the way. After a pause imposed by the pandemic, it's great to be gathering together once again and offering these reflections in person. We've all felt the effects of these long 3 years. Just as I'm sure many of you made changes to the way you served your customers during the pandemic, so too has the city government adapted. We had to pivot quickly and make adjustments to how we conducted business with our public, how we hosted events, and how we communicated with each other. Despite the countless challenges posed by this monumental health crisis, I am proud to report that we are coming out of it more resilient, more flexible, and more focused than ever on serving our constituents. The city of Bowie remains one of the jewels of our region. We are making consistent and notable strides in addressing a range of issues that are crucial to the city's well-being. From maintaining a AAA bond rating to supporting and creating new opportunities for local businesses, to increasing the availability of affordable housing, to fighting crime and enhancing public safety, to strengthening our neighbors and improving our overall quality of life, and expanding opportunities for our children, youth, seniors, and families. I know that we did not do it all alone. It is thanks to everyone here today, to the resiliency of businesses, to the caring and supportive community that is Bowie, and to our hardworking staff, that I can appear here today and say, the state of the city of Bowie is strong. At this moment, I would like the city staff to please stand. Please. As we look around, as I said, I'd like to thank our city manager, our assistant city manager, city clerk, economic development, police department and public safety, and everyone involved. I know I may have missed someone, Una with communications, but I just want to say thank you. Thank you for all you do, because this has been a trying time. You know, we're strong because we are on very sound footing. And that, I think, is the key. As a business person like you, I'm a bottom line kind of guy. You know, so here are the facts. This is what Bowie looks like by the numbers. We have an annual budget of $77.4 million. We have a tax rate that has been static for 14 years. We spend 16.7% of our budget on public safety. Another 18.6% goes to providing core services like trash collection and street maintenance. And we spend 2.9% of the budget on social services, on things like services to seniors, family counseling, etc. We also spend 8.6% on parks and recreational facilities and community events. apologies with pages. It is these things that set us apart from our collection of neighborhoods and make us a community that works together, has fun together, and watches out for each other. The city has been recognized annually for its excellence in budget preparation, and our annual audits are consistently without findings. And despite the misinformation that some of you may have heard, the city continues to have a AAA rating from Moody's and AAA rating from Standard & Poor's and Fitch Ratings. Like any other city, Bowie faces the usual financial challenges of managing growth, providing core services, maintaining aging infrastructure, offering recreation facilities and amenities, and meeting the growing and diverse needs of the community. Responsibility without creating an unreasonable burden of taxes. Proximity to the Baltimore-Washington area, a large and diverse tax base, strong wealth and income levels, strong reserves, and low debt burden are all factors contributing to the city's stable outlook. But there are large, necessary capital projects on the horizon, including the Bowie Golf Course, the Chesapeake Bay stormwater improvements, Allen Pond Park, and other recreational facilities, for facilities management and maintenance, and for replacing of the aging system of pipes here in the city. To accomplish all of these projects, new funding sources will need to be identified. While our finances remain stable, Bowie is changing in many ways. According to the latest American Community Survey, Bowie's population has become more diverse. The percentage of people identifying as Black or African American, Hispanic or Latino, and also two or more races continues to increase. And the percentage of people who speak a language other than English at home is also increasing, with 14.5% speaking a language other than English at home. The median resident age is also increasing. These demographic shifts are reminders that we must constantly evaluate programs and services to make sure they're meeting the needs of all residents, young and old, the newcomers, and those that have been here for generations, and those wishing to raise their families here. Bowie residents are well educated. The median household income is $127,000. The unemployment rate for Bowie was 3.2 in December. But we also know that 3% of our members, our constituents, live below the poverty line. The city's population has remained relatively steady over the past few years at about 58,000. Housing sales in Bowie remain robust despite the overall shortage of housing options to buy or rent. This has led to a wide range of sale prices for homes. Interestingly, the lowest price sale was $170,000, and the highest was $1.39 million. And yes, that sale was in the city of Bowie. The average single-family detached home sale was $516,354. The average townhouse sale was $363,534. And the average residential condo sale was $253,203. We are the fastest selling new home community in the state. And just importantly, we're the 6th fastest selling community in the entire nation. Home construction is underway now in Melford Village and at South Lake, which will eventually give buyers and renters alike more housing options. We firmly believe that new housing opportunities like these help retain homegrown talent and attract new residents. Growth has not been limited to the residential housing sector. The city of Bowie has proven to be an exceptional opportunity for anybody looking to invest. As of January 1st, 2023, there are 3.245 million square feet of retail space in Bowie, and less than 6% of that total retail space is vacant. And that small percentage is quickly filling up with new tenants like Bob's Furniture coming to Free State Shopping Center, and all but one space at Bowie Town Center now under lease. Over the past year, we have embarked on a branding process to develop a new look and feel for city marketing and communications. As part of that process, we received a great deal of input from residents, businesses, leaders, and other local groups about how they viewed Bowie and what they value about their city. They told us they wanted Bowie to be viewed as a place where families can plant roots for tomorrow, where they can build a community of neighbors who support each other, and where growing businesses can locate and thrive. These are the components, the brand pillars, that describe today's Bowie. From these pillars, we have developed a new Bowie story that will be used by our economic development team, our communications division, and others to market Bowie to potential residents, visitors, and to businesses looking to locate here. The Bowie story is a powerful one that will garner interest and hopefully generate investment in our city. Good things are happening here every day, and we want to make sure that others are noticing. This Bowie story is an evolving one that continues to grow in new and exciting ways. The state of our economy and the local job market also show we are making remarkable strides, ensuring economic growth over the past few years. We are always looking to bring in new businesses, support existing businesses, and make Bowie an attractive destination for businesses, shoppers, and make Bowie an attractive destination for everyone. We want to make sure that those looking for a place to put down roots for their family come to Bowie. Through carefully planned expansion, we can grow, we can diversify the tax base, and we can attract the next generation of folks that will be the leaders of tomorrow's Bowie. To that end, the city of Bowie is working hard to support our resident entrepreneurs as they work to pursue their dreams of starting their own businesses or scaling existing ones with business loans, sustainability grants for businesses, customized business support and professional counseling from the Bowie Business Innovation Center, grants for small restaurant businesses to establish and operate outdoor dining, small business training, counseling, and assistance programs through the Small Business Development Center, the Maryland Women's Business Center, the Maryland Apex Accelerator for defense supply chain contractors, and grants to the Bowie BIC and the Greater Bowie Chamber of Commerce. With this support, we hope these programs will attract more companies to relocate, expand here. However, we recognize that a business cannot thrive without more customers and more potential employees. That's why we're excited about new projects like South Lake coming to Bowie. South Lake, formerly known as Carrington, is a mixed-use community on 381 acres southwest of the Crane Highway, Central Avenue intersection. Construction is underway on multiple housing units and an apartment complex. The commercial retail portion that will follow will be anchored by a giant grocery store. Leasing is now underway with a construction start expected later this year. Ingrid, this is where you run to my rescue. No, I'm just kidding. I couldn't help. When finalized, the project will comprise 380,000 square feet of retail, 220,000 square feet of office space, 2 hotels, 1,360 dwelling units, including 325 apartments, 126 condominiums, 567 townhomes, and 342 single-family homes. Meanwhile, Melford is also providing and proving to be a thriving employment center with existing office space, a supercomputing research center, a Census Bureau facility, a courtyard hotel, the International Masonry Institute Training Center and Dormitory, the County 911 Call Center, an assisted living facility, and a host of small and medium businesses. A 60-bed, state-of-the-art physical rehabilitation facility is under construction and nearing completion. The Melford Village mixed-use community has an approved subdivision plan for 1,793 dwelling units and over 528,500 square feet of commercial and office space. The grading and site work for the development's new Lake Melford Boulevard and Retail Village East are already underway, and a new apartment building is currently under construction. In addition to South Lake and Melford, 2 other developments are in Bowie's future. The first is a mixed-use development proposed in the old Sears space at Bowie Town Center. It is approved for up to 450 apartments and 150 townhomes. The other development coming is Mill Branch Crossing, which will include 408 apartments and 190 townhomes and a commercial component. Over the next 10 years, these 4 projects will increase the city's housing stock by about 4,100 units and will provide a variety of new housing options for buyers and renters. They will also eventually increase the tax base, but they will also create more demands for services. I assure you that our departments are already talking and planning for how to meet all of these new challenges. Now, I'd like to spend a few minutes talking about our police department. Our recognized, award-winning police department. Under the leadership of Chief Nesky and Deputy Chief Preston. Deputy Chief, would you mind standing for a moment, please? The department is responsive, effective, and well respected. It is committed to engaging in meaningful and honest discussions surrounding not only racial inequalities, but all facets of policing, and continuing to build strong ties with the community. The hallmark of our police department has always been community policing, and at every level, our officers are seeking out avenues to connect with the community. The Citizens Academy, Coffee with a Cop, the monthly chief chats, the Dispatch newsletter, National Night Out Against Crime, the RAD self-defense classes are only a few examples of the outreach work they are doing. Their latest effort is a partnership with the Bowie Town Center to create a Bowie Police Department Information Center in the former K. Jeweler space across from Barnes & Noble. This community corner will be occupied by sworn officers as well as volunteer ambassadors for the Bowie Police Department. The center will be accessible to all and will provide information on general department information, hiring processes, crime prevention awareness, and can serve as a dedicated space to host community service events and functions. The grand opening for the space will hopefully be in March. Unfortunately, Bowie is not immune to some of the rest of the latest crime trends. Our officers hear from criminals that Bowie is an attractive target because there's a lot of money here and people don't always lock up. Thefts from autos and auto thefts are up, fueled in part by a TikTok challenge that demonstrates how to steal certain brands of vehicles. These are not the only challenges faced by our police department, as staffing and recruiting, as all of you know, have become difficult. Both locally and nationally, it is increasingly difficult to attract and retain good people to serve our community. To make sure we remain competitive to attract officers and retain them, the department is offering sign-on bonuses of up to $9,000 and referral bonuses of up to $1,000. People can join the police department here in the city of Bowie and actually be able to see how they can progress in their profession. You know, the department will be participating in a city-sponsored job fair for young adults, ages 15 to 25, on March 23rd. Now, to our business community, as we speak to you, if you're in the market for new employees, we invite you to be part of this free event as well. While on the topic of public safety, I also want to personally thank our dedicated emergency management team. The Office of Emergency Management has not only been tasked with leading our response to the COVID-19 pandemic for the last few years, but they also contended with several emergency incidents during the summer of 2022. In June, a gas explosion at Larkin Chase Nursing Center caused damage to the building and prompted the evacuation and relocation of 112 elderly residents to other long-term care facilities in the area. 2 weeks later, the EF1 tornado cut a swath through portions of Bowie, resulting in many downed trees, blocked roads, and power outages. Then, the following Tuesday, the city was again hit by severe weather with a microburst storm causing even more damage, from downed trees to road closures and extended power outages that lasted for over a week for some of our residents. The city was fortunate that no one was injured in these three events. If not for the assistance of our partner agencies in the county, state, city of Laurel, and more, these disasters would have been much more severe and of longer duration. These disasters highlighted some of our strengths: our well-trained and skilled staff, our ability to adapt to a crisis, our ability to communicate with residents and other stakeholders, and our strong working relationship with outside partners. However, these real-world emergencies also emphasize the need for improvement. We need more training, more drills, more collaboration with regional partners, and improved communications with utility companies. The City of Bowie's continuity of operations plan, integrated preparedness plan, is our commitment to increase the resiliency of the entire city in the event of natural, human-caused, or technological emergency. Ultimately, this means being proactive rather than reactive. By investing time and resources in training exercises and equipment, individuals, organizations, and communities can be better prepared to handle emergencies when they arise, which can help to minimize the impact of these events and save lives. During the pandemic health crisis, Bowie established its own health officer. Appointed by the City Council in 2021, the public health officer is responsible for providing recommendations to Council to maintain and improve the health and well-being of residents. Fortunately, after 3 long years, there are many encouraging signs that we are putting the pandemic behind us. In 2022, we were excited to welcome back residents to in-person events like the Memorial Parade, Bowie Fest, National Night Out Against Crime, summer concerts, the Veterans Day 5K, and our holiday events. We saw record-breaking attendance at many of these events as people took every opportunity to get outdoors, gather, and enjoy a variety of entertainment offerings. We also introduced new celebrations for Juneteenth, held a walk to stop domestic violence, and we collaborated with residents on planning the Old Bowie Celebrates Festival. In 2023, we look forward to more exciting opportunities to come together, and we keep our fingers crossed that there are no rainouts for any of our big events. Allen Pond Park is one of Bowie's favorite gathering points. We're very proud of this large park and many other beautiful parks around Bowie. We are also proud of the excellent recreational amenities, classes, and entertainment that we offer at this nationally recognized senior center, at our city gymnasium next door, at our historic properties, and at the Bowie Ice Arena. The rink has returned to pre-COVID user levels, and some programs at our historic properties are bringing in sizable crowds. But we're still working hard to get attendance at the city gym and senior center back to pre-COVID levels. We are also working with new operators of the city-owned Bowie Golf Course to improve the experience of golfers. We saw a significant jump in rounds of golf being played this past year, and we will be installing a new irrigation system there this spring. Despite all of the examples I mentioned about how life has returned to normal in Bowie, there are those who are still struggling to recover from the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic. We see it at the Bowie Interfaith Foods Pantry, where they provide food and support each week to dozens of area residents. The pantry operates with the help of an amazing cadre of volunteers and a very generous community. The city supports the pantry by collecting food at various events and city facilities, and through financial contributions to their emergency fund and community-based social programs. We also know that some financially strapped seniors and disabled residents need help. Throughout the pandemic, there was an astounding outpouring of support via our Neighbors Helping Neighbors volunteer program, with more than 150 neighbors helping neighbors, volunteers, assisting our most vulnerable residents with grocery deliveries, outdoor minor home repair, and yard work at no cost to the resident. Likewise, more than 50 Teen Job Bank students support residents via paid or student services learning opportunities ranging from snow removal to office assistance. The city provided over $150,000 in CARES Act emergency rental assistance and food during the pandemic, and federal dollars have helped pay for solar panel installation on city buildings, water and sewer system upgrades, and improvements to public spaces. The city has also received ongoing grants for police department planning and sustainability and community services, and improvements to critical infrastructure, and the city has invested millions of additional dollars in our aging water system. The city offers several ongoing housing assistance programs. And we need to understand that there's a home buyers assistance program, a homeowner rehab program, the emergency assistance fund, a workforce housing plan. The city invested residents through workforce training program, free educational certificate programs, and scholarships. Several of our outstanding committees also reward citizens with grants supporting the arts experience, social services, and various literacy, arts, STEM, and social and emotional readiness programs in our schools. Like much of the country, Bowie is experiencing a young mental health crisis. Our youth, during the pandemic's unfathomable number of deaths, pervasive sense of fear, economic instability, and forced physical distances from loved ones, friends, and communities, have exacerbated the unprecedented stresses young people already face. This crisis led the U.S. Surgeon General to issue a public advisory urging Americans to make protecting youth mental health a national priority. Here at home, Bowie Youth and Family Services have also been helping families in crisis. These crisis incidents have been increasing in severity and frequency and are more likely to involve life-threatening situations or serious and complex mental health issues than was seen in prior years. In a recent survey of Bowie area high school age youth, 98% listed either anxiety or depression as a serious concern. The importance of the work our Youth Services Bureau does cannot be overstated. When I last delivered the State of the City address in 2021, although virtually, I reiterated the city's commitment to sustaining and promoting equity and inclusion. I am proud to say that we are doing that in a variety of ways. I would like to tell you about a few of them. In 2021, the Bowie City Council passed a resolution to address the needs and interests of underserved population in the city through workforce goals and city contracts. The resolution established a pilot program on street resurfacing and capital improvements to the water distribution system project and set goals for providing opportunities for minority, women, disabled, and disadvantaged business owners and certified MBEs to participate as contractors or suppliers. We also created a new position of Chief Contracting Officer to oversee the incorporation of workforce requirements in the 2 capital contracts and to monitor the workforce data on the results of the contractors. The contracts with the workforce provisions have been issued and the projects will begin this spring. commitment is to social justice is also exemplified in the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Unity Wall, a mural commissioned by the Commission for the external wall of the Bowie Gymnasium. A hybrid of traditional painting and street art technique, this mural promotes social justice, equity and inclusion, and serves as a gathering spot to celebrate inclusion. Now, I would like to recognize the city's Diversity Committee for the significant role the members are playing in promoting equity and inclusion in the city by celebrating Diversity and Heritage Months. They have also helped plan an annual Juneteenth celebration focused on fighting racism and the harmful effects of inequity on Black people worldwide. The committee plans to host a community conversation series addressing the importance of diversity, equity, and inclusion. A few years ago, the General Assembly passed legislation to ensure that ownership of the former Bowie racetrack property would eventually transfer to the city of Bowie so that the area could be used in the future for recreational purposes, benefiting the community and the students, faculty, and staff of Bowie State University. One of the initiatives I'm very proud of is our evolving partnership with Bowie State University. Dr. Aminta Bro is setting a standard of excellence and collaboration that is getting noticed and bearing fruit. Last year, the City Council formed the Bowie Racetrack Property Task Force, which is made up of 2 council members, a member of the Maryland National Capital Park and Planning Commission, city residents, the Bowie State University representatives as well. The task force is working to determine future recreational use of the property, a timeline for improvements, and what those improvements might cost. With the help of consultants, the task force conducted a survey and workshop to hear various stakeholders' visions for the property. Almost 2,700 people offered suggestions and put on future uses of the site. Their responses will help shape the task force recommendation that will go to council this summer. We have also partnered with Bowie State University to showcase the amazing talents of BSU students and the BSU Arts in the Art Gallery of City Hall. The exhibit features over 40 works of art from students in BSU's Fine and Performing Arts Department. Their art will be on display until the end of May. I invite you to stop by City Hall to view the exhibit, or if you'd like, please join us for a reception in their honor at City Hall on the evening of March 2nd. Now, I want you to understand, it has been an absolute pleasure and honor to serve as this great city's mayor alongside my colleagues on the City Council, Michael Esteve, Andre Gardner, Roxy Hindabamadu, who, for those who do not know, is the first woman of color to serve as Mayor Pro Tem. As well as Councilmember DeFore Wolfley, and we do have with us today Councilmember Ingrid Harrison, who is now Watson. It's going to take me a minute. Council on the County Council, who also served with us up until recently on the Bowie City Council. And thank you for your service. Now, I'm also excited to welcome the 2 newest members of our City Council, who were sworn in a week ago. Jared Hawkins is now one of our Clinton Truesdale is our new council member for District 3. And Michael and Steve, you're not going to get away without standing. I would like to express my gratitude to the City of Bowie employees. Despite the challenges posed by the COVID pandemic, the city workforce has been innovative and dedicated to meeting all the challenging and changing needs of our community. Although their hard work is not always visible to the general public, they continue to deliver world-class services and a welcoming place to call home. We are truly grateful for their commitment to this city, and we thank them for the service to residents, businesses, and visitors alike. And if you would, could you please take another stand for me, city staff? Thank you. As I have hopefully demonstrated throughout this speech, Bowie continues to thrive. Despite the challenges of the COVID-19 pandemic and other emergencies, we are moving forward and making positive changes. There are challenges ahead, certainly, but we are exceeding expectations all the time. We've made it through the worst of COVID, and Bowie stands taller and better than ever. Well, I've been to many cities over the course of my life, but I can say with full confidence that Bowie sets a standard that others aspire to achieve. I would like to take a moment for our other county council member. Well, if you would, please stand.
Vice Chair.
Vice Chair of the Council. Thank you all for being here. I have to acknowledge Senator Watson, who is here with us today. Thank you for all you do in supporting the city of Bowie and District 23. Now, if I've missed anyone else, blanket on my head. Huh?
You good?
I'm good? I just want to say thank you all for being here this morning. There are a lot of other places you can be. For many of our business people, there are a lot of other things you can be attending to. To our political friends, I know you have much work to be done. But again, thank you for taking the time to be here with us. Bowie is a very special place. Bowie is special, and not only in the services we've talked about and the true financial stability we have as a city, but it's about the people. It's about the businesses. It's about the leadership. When I say that others strive to be like the city of Bowie, that's not an exaggeration. People understand and believe that we can be that jewel, that shining light of how it should be. You know, I'm looking at, I see Dr. Margaret Durecki here, and what she does with youth and trying to teach them entrepreneurship. You know, we have so many who work hard for us. You know, I again want to thank the Chamber. I'm going to take the personal liberty of asking all members of the Bowie Chamber of Commerce to please stand. We ask you to stand because we know you are the economic engine that helps to drive the city of Bowie. And we thank you for being here, and we will make sure to keep you here. I must take the opportunity to introduce someone who has made my life so special.
Yes.
Someone who has been a guardian angel to me, so to speak. Someone who has set an example of what leadership is truly about.
That's right.
I'd like to ask the beautiful First Lady of Bowie
Yes.
to please stand. The Honorable Judge Tillerson. The recently retired Chief and Administrative Judge of the 7th Judicial Circuit. I'd like to take a moment, and it's my moment, bear with me. I know I'm hurting now, but I still have to thank my kids. I have to say that that's been a joy in my life, my grandson. You know, and I'm going to brag a minute. We found out, that was last night, from Tim. My son is at NYU.
Yes.
And he auditioned, and he actually made the a cappella team for NYU. It's quite an honor and quite an accomplishment. And my daughter Kayla just finished the production of Crowns at the Public Playhouse. So I'm excited. I guess my point now is they're getting the rope to pull me out of it. I'd like to thank you all for being here this morning. I hope you have an understanding of who we are as a city. I hope you have an outstanding day. And always remember that no act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted.
That's right.
And I say to you, we are one city, one Bowie. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you so very much. On behalf of the Greater Bowie Chamber of Commerce, we thank you for spending time with us this morning. We thank you for sharing all the great stuff about the crown jewel of Prince George's County, Bowie, Maryland. At this time, I do want to, you did all the introductions I planned on doing, so that's taken care of. I do want to do a couple things, mention a couple upcoming events for the Greater Bowie Chamber of Commerce. We are planning a public safety forum for Bowie businesses with the Bowie Police Department, and obviously Deputy Chief Preston is in the back. We also, April 13th, have a Luminous Bi-County Roundtable and Greater Bowie Chamber of Commerce Minority Business Breakfast. So put that on your calendar. It's April the 13th. On May 16th, we have an economic forecast breakfast. And I'm sorry I didn't write down the gentleman's name, but it is on your agenda at the table. June 3rd, Bowie Fest. That's a huge deal. That's the 46th annual. And we as a chamber always sponsor booths in the ice skating arena for businesses. So please pay attention to our website and the Bowie website, Bowie City website, because we will be working with them to advertise our booth rentals. And with that being said, I just want to thank everybody. I want to acknowledge our president and our executive director on this great event, and we want to welcome you back to our future events, and we thank you so very much, Mr. Mayor, for taking time out of your busy schedule, as far as your city manager, who made it very clear he was city manager. I got it wrong. Mr. Lott, we're just happy to have you all here, and thank you very much. Thank you, Bowie Senior Center. Thank you to our caterers for doing an outstanding job. And with that being said, I know for business people, time is money, so I'm going to give you some time so that you can go make money. Thank you.